That's right. So you're supervising that process as distinct from managing the process. And managing is, as I said earlier, it's really about outcome, a measurement as distinct from the guidance of someone.
Hello, I'm with Wayne Moloney again. Welcome back, Wayne.
Hi, John. Good to be here.
Hey, we're going to talk about Chapter 4 of your book, The Roadmap to Sales Management Success.
Yeah.
And that's you title it, A Sales Manager Must Be a Performance Supervisor.
I do.
And I think I understand that, but I always use the words performance manager.
Yeah.
Why do you call it performance supervisor?
If you think about as we've spoken about this, we've spoken about a sales manager's got to wear a lot of different hats. We've spoken about leader, coach, team captain, manager as well. I define management as measurement of processes and procedures. So a management role is really looking about processes and outcomes. Whereas
But a sales manager has to do that, doesn't he?
He has to, absolutely.
Or she?
Yeah. And as I said, many hats they've got to wear.
Right.
But if you're only focused on the outcome, how are your people going to get there? You need supervision's about directing people to achieve what you want them to achieve.
Supervision through the process, not just managing the outcome.
Yeah.
Okay, now that makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. It's about difference between key performance areas and key performance indicators, or lead and lag indicators.
Lead and lag is the words I use. Yeah.
And the lead is what makes people successful. So what actions and what areas they need to work in to be successful. You've written and writing a book on personal branding.
Yes.
And if I look at personal branding, that's an important area in these days as far as B2B selling is concerned.
Absolutely vital.
Yeah. So you need to supervise and guide the people in your sales team of how to be good at that. You may not necessarily be the expert, but how do you help them get that skill?
And of course, building a personal brand doesn't necessarily, you can't see the end result of getting sales from that.
Yep.
But you can certainly measure from a leading indicator point of view how well they've developed their personal brand.
Yep.
And that will be a step towards being successful.
That's right. So you're supervising that process as distinct from managing the process. And managing is, as I said earlier, it's really about outcome. A measurement as distinct from the guidance of someone through that process.
And if you look at all the other steps of the sale, the engaging and connecting in the first place with a customer, doing discovery, there's various activities and leading indicators that you can measure in each one of those. So you're talking about looking at those indicators and then supervising the progress through each one of those stages.
Supervising is like guiding. It's understanding what needs to be done to be successful, helping translate that into a language that is understood by each individual, not just the team. Each individual picks that up differently, and then supervising their progress through that. Each one's going to be different.
Okay, so I think that's a great message, and let's repeat it from a summary point of view. You're saying every sales manager needs to be a performance supervisor, and yes, I think performance manager is still as applicable, but supervisor puts that connotation on it. It makes a lot of sense. It's supervising through each step of the sale, supervising the development of the skills of the individual, and so on.
Absolutely. And as you say, management's important. You can't discard the management of a process, but you've got to supervise what the individual needs to be successful.
Great advice. I think there'll be a lot of value to the team out there.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, Wayne.